under the glowing lights of Belfast, where the roar of thousands turns the air electric and the blue and white flags ripple like waves in a rising storm. Two generations of boxing greatness step toward destiny. Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire, enters first, calm, composed, a veteran of countless wars, a man whose fists have written chapters in 4 divisions. His eyes shimmer beneath the bright lights, quietly soaking in the magnitude of the moment. Though in the twilight of his career, he is not here as a stepping stone. He is here as a legend defending his legacy. Opposite him stands Carl the Jackal Frampton, embraced by a deafening army of supporters who chant his name with a passion only Irish crowds can produce. He walks the ring with the urgency of a man fighting for his homeland, for his legacy, and for the people who raised him as their champion. The referee pulls them to the center, their eyes locked, and the arena stills. This is not just a fight. It is a crossroads between eras, experience versus prime, a legend versus a nation's hero. As the bell prepares to ring, the moment hangs like a suspended heartbeat. And then, with one piercing clang, the war begins, sending the entire arena into a frenzy of anticipation. The fight begins with caution, respect, and razor-sharp awareness. Frampton uses his youth and speed early, darting in with jabs, circling away before Donaire can answer. He moves lightly, boxing beautifully, keeping everything tight and crisp. Donaire stands taller, more patient, extending a probing jab, testing distance, searching for the one opening that could change everything. A body shot lands early from Donaire, thudding, heavy, meaningful. Frampton answers with a counter left hook that energizes the crowd, each punch in these early moments feeling like a message rather than a weapon. Round 2 sees Frampton's rhythm sharpen as he snaps jabs between Donaire's guard, slipping the Filipino legend's counters by inches. But Donaire is not deterred. His timing slowly calibrates, his eyes reading patterns, his feet finding the pockets where danger lives. By round 3, Frampton's confidence blossoms, combinations flow, angles open, and the home crowd grows louder with every exchange he wins. Yet through every successful moment, Donaire remains stoic, composed, collecting information, waiting for the moment where instinct and opportunity converge. Frampton leads early, but beneath the surface, the tension of Donaire's power hangs like a shadow. As the middle rounds begin, Frampton's boxing rises to its sharpest. His footwork glides, circling Donaire's lead foot, constantly presenting new angles. He fires combinations, jab, right hand, left hook, and steps out before Donaire can respond with full leverage. The Irishman's speed advantage becomes more pronounced. Commentators marvel at his timing, his discipline, his ability to slip and counter with such precision. The crowd roars with each clean shot. Still, Donaire remains threatening. He explodes with sharp uppercuts and body shots that reveal his lingering danger. The Filipino Flash begins walking Frampton down more deliberately, testing his reactions, pressing the younger fighter into uncomfortable positions. Even while Frampton wins the rounds, Donaire's punches thud with a weight that warns of a potential shift in momentum. The aging legend begins to find a rhythm, landing enough clean shots to remind everyone that this fight is far from decided. Though Frampton's work rate and precision steal the momentum, Donaire's presence, his power, and his legendary timing hang over every second like a fuse waiting to ignite. The middle rounds belong to Frampton, but the threat lurking across from him becomes increasingly real. Then comes the spark, the moment that pulls the entire arena into breathless silence. In round 7, Frampton steps too close for a split second, and Donaire unleashes a monstrous left uppercut that detonates cleanly. Frampton's head snaps back, his legs stiffen, and the arena gasps. Suddenly, Belfast's hero is hurt, retreating toward the ropes, balance compromised, eyes blinking. Donaire surges forward with a predator's instinct, his punches exploding with the power of a man chasing destiny. Left hook, right hand, another uppercut. The assault is fierce, relentless, and fueled by decades of championship experience. Frampton shells up, rolling, absorbing, firing desperate counters to keep the referee at bay. Each second feels like a lifetime as Donaire hunts for the finish. The Irish crowds panic, mixing with desperate encouragement. Frampton survives, but barely. The bell rings to end the round, and the arena erupts in a mix of shock, fear, and awe. Donaire strides back to his corner, with fire burning in his eyes. He knows he nearly turned back time. Frampton sits on his stool, breathing heavily, his corner understanding they just witnessed the fight's most dangerous moment. Momentum now has cracks. Yet the champion inside Frampton rises in the 8th, 9th, and 10th rounds. He regains his composure with astonishing discipline, resorting to movement, jabs, and intelligent defense to reclaim control. His jab becomes his lifeline, snapping, controlling, dictating. Donaire still stalks like a wolf, launching heavy counters, but his legs no longer glide with the same freshness, and Frampton exploits every inch of space. Still, even fading, Donaire's power remains terrifying. In round 9, he lands another wicked left hook that momentarily freezes Frampton. The tension spikes again, but Frampton quickly resets, refuses to be drawn into reckless exchanges, and stays behind his boxing. The rounds become tactical, thoughtful, filled with the invisible chess of championship combat. Frampton's accuracy, discipline, and cardio carry him through, while Donaire's hunt continues with growing urgency. The crowd savors every slip, every counter, every show of resilience, knowing their hero is navigating one of the most dangerous punchers of the past generation. These rounds belong to Frampton, but they cost him dearly in sweat, discipline, and nerve. The championship rounds arrive with the heat of desperation crackling from Donaire's gloves. In round 11, he fights like a man refusing to let time write his ending. He throws heavy hooks, fierce uppercuts, and huge sweeping shots, and one of them lands, a clean left hook that sends shock through the crowd. Frampton backs up again, forced into a defensive shell as Donaire storms forward with his last reservoir of fire. But Frampton stands strong, refusing to unravel. He answers with sharp jabs and disciplined counters, enough to keep Donaire from fully overwhelming him. The exchanges become emotional, raw, both men fighting not just for victory, but for validation, identity, pride. The 12th round is a portrait of heart, Frampton boxing with intelligence, refusing risks, while Donaire swings with knockout intent. Every second feels like a tug of war between danger and survival. And then, in the final 10 seconds, both men plant their feet, exchanging punches until the bell explodes through the arena. A respectful embrace follows immediately, two warriors recognizing the greatness in one another after 12 rounds of war. As the fighters stand arm in arm, waiting for the decision, the crowd holds its breath. Sweat pours down Frampton's face, while Donaire stands tall, dignified even in uncertainty. The announcer reads the scorecards, 117 to 111, all three judges in favor of Carl Frampton. The arena detonates in celebration, their hero victorious yet humbled by the war he endured. Donaire nods in respect, raising Frampton's hand before the crowd, acknowledging the younger man's discipline, skill, and heart. Frampton embraces the Filipino legend longer this time, knowing the privilege it is to share the ring with a generational icon. As the cameras flash and the noise swells, both men exit the moment not as opponents, but as champions of the craft. Frampton leaves with a defining victory, Donaire with unshaken admiration, and the world with a memory of a night where courage, respect, danger, and heart collided beneath the lights of Belfast in a battle that will echo through time.